Good morning, this is Larry Edelson for my Uncommon Wisdom video for Thursday, February 25th. I want to get right to the charts as quickly as possible. We're seeing more consolidation, but I want you to see how they pan out on the charts. There isn't a lot of news out in the market that's really impacting the markets in any meaningful way. Of course, we have the still potential for a default in Greece and Portugal and Spain. We have concerns over sovereign debt in Europe. We have concerns over the euro. But these things have been in the market now for over a week. So the markets are really digesting this news. But more importantly, as I've pointed out in the last couple of videos, we're betwixt and between important cycle shifts that are occurring. So I'm not surprised that we're continuing to see consolidation in virtually all markets. The markets, that's their way of pausing, regrouping before taking on the next major intermediate term trend. There have been no changes in the long-term trends that I've been spelling out for you in my Real Wealth Report and in these videos. It's just that the short to intermediate term is very choppy and sideways right now. With that, let's get right to the gold chart. Here it is here. I want to zoom in on it for you. Bring it up a little bit so you can see it a little better. You'll recall the last couple of weeks' action. I told you I would not be surprised to see gold rally and test this resistance area here. It certainly did. It broke back above it, and now in the last couple of days it's fallen back below it. We should see some support continue to form in this 1060 to 1080 area. I doubt we'll fall below it. We'll probably continue to yo-yo back and forth, zigzag back and forth until we get a clear breakout to the upside or a breakdown to below $1,000. It's still too early to say which way it's going to go. I'm leaning towards the upside. One of the reasons is several of my technical indicators suggest a breakout to the upside. But most importantly, in terms of euros, gold is at record highs now. That is, if you're a European investor and you're transacting your business in euros, the euro has fallen so sharply in the last couple of weeks that the dollar price of gold in terms of euros is at record highs. And that leads me to believe that we will soon follow that in dollar terms and gold could break out to the upside. Still a little bit too early to say, but that's the way I'm leaning right now. It's one of the keys will also be how the dollar performs. Here's a chart of the dollar index, same chart I've been following for you. You see the dollar broke above this resistance line, fell back below, consolidated back above. It too is going sideways right now, trying to determine what its next big move will be. It could be zooming off to the upside here, or it could pull back to support in the 78 area. It's a toss of the coin right now. It's not something you want to trade aggressively on a short-term basis. Bear in mind the long term remains decisively down for the dollar. Let's now jump over to stocks. The Dow, last week I told you I wouldn't be surprised to see it get up to 10,004, 10,005. We got up to just about 10,450 and pulled back with a 100-point drop yesterday. We're now back below this resistance line here. I suspect we'll see the Dow trade back down to 10,150 area, maybe as low as 10,050, but it too, as you can see from this chart, is going to zigzag around here until it either takes off to the upside or plunges down to support down at the 9,200 level. Those are the next big moves in all these markets, and I will be there to catch them for you. In the meantime, don't try to catch these markets until they tip their hand. This is the kind of chop city, what traders call chop city markets, where really you can get whipped around and whipsawed back and forth with lots of small losses that can add up to a lot of losses. This is a time, I know it's difficult, but I've been reiterating this in my columns and in my premium trading services. This is a time to keep your powder dry and your ammo fresh and ready to be deployed as soon as the markets give you the signals, and I'll be there to provide them for you. So until next week, this is Larry. Stay patient and be ready to act on a moment's notice.